Malkovich, 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 Malkovich. Malkovich, 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 Malkovich.
I refuse to play along with this horrible thing.
Malkovich, Malkovich?
No, stop it. I hate it.
Welcome to episode 51, the start of our 2014 season. We were discussing being John Malkovich, not available on Netflix Instant Watch anymore because they're jerks and they get rid of stuff at the beginning of the year. So hopefully you've already seen this movie. If not, we'll just tell you about it right now and then you'll never have to watch it because I mean, it's best just to hear a summary of a movie instead of watching a movie.
What movies have you been in anyway?
Yeah, exactly. There's that guy, one where he's a jewel thief.
Yeah.
He was really good in that one.
He was good in that one.
So it's a 1999 movie directed by Spike Jonze. Is about a puppeteer who finds a secret door that lets him go into John Malkovich's brain for 15 minutes and see what it's like to be him. Eventually starts to learn how to control him as a puppet, and so then is John Malkovich, and then some old people want to get into his head so that they don't have to die, and then he gets stuck into the eyes of a baby, and he can't control the baby, and has to watch his wife and his girl that he loves be with each other, and he's totally depressed for the rest of his life, and so that's the movie.
You kind of assumed the last part.
I think, I don't know, I think we can assume.
I think he was just spying on him.
It was just yeah, he should be fine for the rest of his life there. So, directed by Spike Jonze, he's got the new movie, Her, that just came out.
I don't know what that is.
It's a new movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Didn't he make a lot of music videos?
Sequel to Dirt.
He did make a lot of,
That's what he's popular for, right?
He made a lot of music videos, and that's kind of where he gets that style from. You see, there's a lot of directors like him that start in music videos and go into film, and those are usually the more inventive directors because not just making like the standard music video, but they make some of the best music videos. Michel Gondry is another one who did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. He gets that really good style out of it.
Oh, he did adaptation.
Yes. So this one,
Where
yeah.
the Wild Things Are.
Yeah, so he hasn't done too many feature films. He's only done 4 that he's directed. The first 2 written by Kaufman.
Came back from the dead to write it?
Yes.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, unfortunately not Andy Kaufman. Which, being John Malkovich, an adaptation. Charlie Kaufman, the third of which, Synecdoche, New York, which was written and directed by Charlie Kaufman. I at least consider those a trilogy. I'm pretty sure that they're in some way a trilogy.
Which ones?
Being John Malkovich, Adaptation, and Synecdoche, New York. They're all kind of about that same thing of the filmmaking, the creative process, and controlling others in certain ways. The illusion of control and all of that.
Yeah.
But definitely they're not your standard films. They're
they really,
films.
they really aren't.
Being John Malkovich, Adaptation, Where the Wild Things Are. I haven't seen that one. I've been meaning to, but it's, interesting because it's not that same kind of film.
I haven't seen it.
But it still looked very artistically interesting. And then Her, which is getting all sorts of award nominations. That one's essentially about a guy falling in love with Siri.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So, interesting.
It's the prequel to Dirt.
I think that's great. So, film was nominated for Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Supporting Actress. So no love for John Cusack.
No.
Such
a weenie in this one too.
Cameron Diaz in this one, both of them, he really seemed to. They messed with their hair a lot to disguise them.
Cameron Diaz did not look attractive at all.
Yeah. Well, she looked alright, but it was just the crazy hair and the John Cusack.
She had no makeup on, and her face was always shiny.
Yeah.
But they weren't trying to make her look hot.
No, she couldn't because they had to do that thing of where Catherine Keener is attracted to her personality more so than her appearance, and it's kind of gotta be that mix of Malkovich and her. Yeah. Really. So what was your favorite parts about? Have you seen this movie before?
Oh yeah, this
Okay.
is one of my favorites when I was like younger.
We've all seen this movie before. It's your pick. And what's your favorite parts about this? Since you picked this, like favorite.
My favorite parts about this.
Going into Malkovich's head.
Kind of been a long time fan of yours.
I think it's John Malkovich.
Just his acting and
Yeah.
getting to enjoy him being himself.
And like getting to see him play, like going back and forth like that, and I thought that was really fun.
I do enjoy it that you get to see. First, you get to enjoy him just being himself.
I mean, that's very meta, but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
you see him acting as himself, and then you get to see once John Cusack takes control of him, and now he's a completely different person, and you really get to see him act.
yeah,
But the way you've been introduced into it, it's not like you're like, oh, that's just John Cusack acting as him. But no, it's Malkovich acting as Cusack,
Right.
acting as this new form of Malkovich, and it's that really you really get to see a lot of range in Malkovich in this, even though he's like just a prop in the movie.
and he's just
It's
Malkovich.
used very well. Yeah. How about you?
So many things. Right from the beginning when it gets all weird, it's like 7.5 story, and then the woman hears like John Cusack.
There's a lot of good comedy in this.
They're just really weird and funny.
But it's that quirky stuff that you see a lot in Wes Anderson does a lot, Michelle Gondry gets in a lot of things, and sometimes it can
But it's kind of only
be overused.
like-
but it's when it's done well, it's really
but most of it happens at the 7.5 floor.
yes,
Like it all kind of happens there.
and then you get the history of the 7.5 floor, supposed history of
And then I just kept on thinking how you had to like build that whole set with that really low, just so
Yeah.
But then I actually enjoyed the puppeteering.
yeah.
Like, it's really good.
Yeah,
Like,
It make it
the
really
way they
interesting.
move.
And of course
that was really good.
yeah, going through theater school, I took I had a lot of classes on the puppeteering and the different styles like that.
It was
We learned
hard.
about the giant puppets that people would make, and there's an actual culture around there based around all the stuff that you learn in this. Some craziness.
And then more at the end too, it was kind of like poking fun at Hollywood.
Yeah,
I
and
like
the
that part.
jumping on the trends and
it was,
things.
yeah, it was really weird how it like jumped from this to that.
Yeah, it's just because like when
so good.
when it's just Cusack doing it, they're like, stupid puppetry, whatever. And then Malkovich is doing it as a well-respected actor, getting into it, and they're like, oh, now we're all going to go to the puppetry, and now it's going to be great. It's the same thing with any type of theatrical performance.
Mhm.
When you see, there can be a great theater production, but so many more crowds go to them, and you can get the higher tickets when you have a big-name Hollywood actor in there. And it's that any type of art form that people jump onto with the celebrity attached to it, even religions, you get them
that's true.
jumping onto.
I liked
certain
what was it? Was it
ones.
Sean
There.
Penn?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want people think I'm jumping on the bandwagon here.
I
And
like
then
it.
I like how Charlie Sheen was 8 years later, so that's 98, and he's all balding and all screwed up.
Yeah, but he was very much himself in that.
Oh, yeah.
Now we've gotten to
He's
know
like,
him
what
more
are you
so.
done with that broad, huh?
Yeah.
I'll give her a bang.
So that was interesting seeing him there. How about worst parts about the movie?
I think they were trying to like do a lot of stuff with the whole transgender thing, and I was kind of like,
Yeah, no, I didn't.
no, I didn't feel like it was like.
Did you feel it was forced?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed to me that she was confused in discovering herself. So I don't know if she knew exactly what she was, but it was just discovering after she felt being in Malkovich's body, she felt that was right. So I don't think it was forced in there. They didn't really play it up as much as they could have as being a focus because it's not what the focus was. But it was.
But I don't know. It was weird. I feel like
It's-
they were trying to make it focus, but then not.
It's kind of the sub idea of just being in someone else's body or having that experience, because to Cusack's character, you're seeing what is it like to control, to look through someone else's eyes, and he's being a puppet master of this, but he's not thinking about the different gender aspect of it. Whereas when Cameron Diaz jumps into the body, she feels like this finally feels right. And she hadn't thought of it before as being an issue until she now experienced this in another body.
And you know, I kind of didn't like the ending either. It's like they show the book and they're like, oh no, there's a ticking time bomb now and you may get stuck in the baby forever. And then John Cusack stuck in the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought they could have done a little something different. I don't know.
I
wasn't too impressed
I
with
liked
the
it though.
See, I didn't gather that because what I gathered was that it was a ticking time bomb, like based on some kind of age or something. Because
once the vessel reaches a certain age, that's when they're not.
So that's why I don't think he's stuck in the kid.
No, I think he's stuck in the kid.
I think he's just spying.
No,
I don't know. It sounded like he was stuck in the kid because they said once you get in the kid, you don't have you'll be if you get it too late, you're stuck in the new body without being able to control it all because their consciousness takes over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's stuffed in the subconscious.
Maybe I missed it.
I think he's stuck in there because they're stuck in Malkovich. The people are. They can't get ejected from it. And I think part of it is we'll tell you more on the other one, but.
One real quick thing, I like how it's just that you exit at the Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah, where
it's
else?
so random. It's like, okay.
Luckily, it's close by.
Nice shot of the two towers.
Yeah. I made a cameo. It was
Bucko Fun.
2 years before they ended. 99. So I don't know. I can't think of like a least favorite part of the film. I think there's certain things that were just I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was trying to think of something like that too.
Yeah, nothing.
And it's difficult to nothing really sticks out.
No,
because it's so original. You can't really compare it to anything. Like I can't compare this to anything.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
It's an interesting concept. Yeah.
Like I want to. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
We're just getting into the other stuff. Nothing really.
Yeah, we'll get into the deeper stuff after. I'm gonna say
let's go
5 stars.
5 stars?
Yeah.
My original rating on this was 4 stars, and I don't know why I wouldn't rate it 5 stars, because it's really great. Like it could just be that other of the films get more in depth into this craziness, because this one's really crazy as the start, and then adaptation then takes another level to it about the creation of the movie. And then Synecdoche, New York just gets
that's a really good point.
Insane. So I know Synecdoche, New York for me is 5 stars because it's just the level that it takes it to. But so I think this one could be a 5 star though. I don't know. I think maybe. Yeah. How about you?
So you don't know?
I think 5 stars. It's tough because my first watching this film was a 4-star thing, but it's tough to rate things. I don't know why it wouldn't get 5 stars for me. I don't know why I put that.
I'm kind of where I'm at. Or I think I'm where you are at too, and it's weird. It's just
because it's so you don't really know what's wrong with it. It's really a great film. It's an interesting idea. It's got that extra stuff that gives it the 5 star because it's so inventive.
But we were talking about other films, it's the fact that it's not epic, but this has some really insanely weird, almost epic.
It's epic on a small scale.
Yeah, it's really weird.
The
whole movie's weird.
It's tough to process, really.
I'll always stick with my 4.
Yeah.
I had to ruin it. Thanks.
Is that or whatever? Yeah. All right.
5 by 4.
You picked it.
You know what? I don't like this film. I don't know why I picked this one.
Shit.
All right, we'll delve into this in the far in depth next. But let's hear about what we're going to talk about next week. Now, this one's no longer available on Netflix Instant Watch. Hopefully, they'll add it back again. I'm sure they will. I think it's just on one of those contract things. What's yours?
So there will be some reading on this one.
I was hoping you're going to say there will be blood. That was going to...
No.
There will be some blood on this one.
From the year 2000.
You're going to pick one with reading?
Battle Royale. Lots of subtitles.
All right.
Excellent movie.
Subtitles. That's gonna. I'm glad you picked that one. Yes.
Or as I know it, the Better Hunger Games.
Yep, the Better Hunger Games.
They're different things.
No, yeah,
they're different things. We'll talk about that next week. Thank you for watching and listening and all of that. And please subscribe. Tell your friends about this. And if you want us to change anything on our show, let us know. We're always looking for ways to improve.
Yep.
To make this better.
And leave comments.
Yeah.
I don't even know where those are, but I know people should leave
Tony's
comments.
not going to read them.
Tony hasn't read any of them or even looked, but hey.
All right, thank you. I'll discuss more about being John Malkovich. We'll really get into the head of this film. Thanks. All right.